Okay, we're going to talk about partial fractions, which is one of the more difficult concepts in calculus. You use this when you have a rational function like this, where you want to decompose that and get it into something simpler. So the first step that you always want to take is you want to take this, whatever your equation is here, and you want to factor it. You want to factor the denominator as far as it'll go. So this is 1 over x minus 3, x minus 2. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to set this equal to this equation here. So you're going to take this, x minus 3, you're going to put it under here, put an a up there, plus, put a b over here, you're going to put this factor down here, x minus 2. And then what this does is we're going to find the two fractions that this will decompose into. So I got to solve for a and b. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this whole thing by x minus 3, x minus 2 on both sides. Okay. So basically what that does is that cancels these out and leaves you with a 1 right here. The x minus 3 cancels out x minus 3 and leaves you with a times x minus 2. Plus, x minus 2 cancels out x minus 2 and leaves you with b times x minus 3. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out, we need to solve for a and b, and so we need to eliminate one of these things. So if I let x equal 2, and I plug that into the equation, then I get 1 equals, this is essentially 0, so this goes away, leaves me with b times 2 minus 3, so 1 equals negative 1b, and so b ends up being negative 1. So I know what b is now. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let x equal 3. So if I let x equal 3, that makes this term go away because this is 0. And I get 1 equals a times 3 minus 2, which is just 1. So 1a equals 1, so a ends up equaling 1. So now I know what a and b are. Okay, so I'm going to go plug those in. This is equal to the integral of this. So the integral of 1 over x squared minus 5x plus 6 dx is equal to the integral of 1 over x minus 3 dx. And then since b is negative, I'm going to pull the negative out, and I get 1 over x minus 2 dx over here. Okay, well, this is easy to integrate. That's just the natural log of the absolute value of x minus 3 minus the natural log of the absolute value of x minus 2 plus c. And there you go. You've broken this down, you found the integral, and you're good to go.